The judge, y'all see the judge? They got attacked by the dude.
I've heard about it.
Well, that dude jumped over. He was like, "Oh, nah, fuck that."
Yeah.
And he jumped over and tackled her and attacked that woman. Mm-hmm. That was insane.
Yeah.
In a court hearing, dude was sitting there calm, pleading his case. He was like, "Yeah, I think I should get less time because I've really been putting a lot of effort and hard work in. I just got my apartment, but apparently this guy has like a case of schizophrenia. He has a lot of, I guess, anger issues or so. And so this judge immediately was just like, yeah, I think we're going to go a different way. We're going to, you had a lot of chances. And so she was about to give a judgment. Mm-hmm. But this nigga said, "Oh, nah, shut the fuck up. You tripping." And then, like, you can see it happening slowly. And, she's looking down, then she looks up. And you just see a nigga just flying at you like,
like I can see that happening because like
if he's schizophrenic.
That's not no. I'm saying the fact that he got up there and got to the judge.
Oh yeah, sure. I mean the bailiffs they don't expect none of that. Usually they look very overweight and out of shape. You know?
They don't. Nothing usually happens, but they're there just their bodyguards. They are there because if something pops off, they will be there to react. Yeah, but they're not proactive. Now you sometimes will have like a sheriff or something bring in the people if they're already known to be a danger, right? But the actual court police, bro, they're all overweight. They're all just. I feel like those are the jobs that you get after you put some time in, and they're just like, yeah, man, we're taking you up the street.
Chill. Watch this briefly.
Oh, he got up there quick.
Yeah, he leaped.
He better get his licks in because this is the only chance he's gonna get.
Oh, I didn't see all of this.
Like they're holding.
Oh, he's on her ass.
Look, she's still.
Where's she at?
She's on the ground getting stomped probably.
And he's punching her.
Oh, they're punching him. Oh, I didn't see all this.
Look, he can't even hurt him.
He can't. Like, nigga, you can't do anything.
He punched him like 15 times.
Bro,
I didn't see all that.
That's insane. In a courtroom to a judge happening. Nigga, what are you doing that?
He's an athlete. Because
those are
they're high.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, not only did he didn't just slide across, he
went over
and
like
down on her.
It looked like he jumped on a trampoline.
Yeah.
Bro, that is insane.
He got on her ass.
And it's not funny that she's getting beat
man, fuck
or
that,
just
man.
getting hurt, but it's a scenario where it's just like, you say fuck the judges?
Man.
I know the judges because they I mean, you probably have more experience with the judges.
What you trying to say?
Nigga, you've been locked up.
He's saying, see, you might be a little biased, is what I think he's saying.
That's a better way to say it.
Yeah, you might be a little bit more biased.
I mean, sorry, go ahead, continue your point.
No, go ahead. No, finish. No, I was just saying, just like, it's not funny that the woman is getting beat or that she's getting hit, but it's an unexpected scenario. It's just like, you have nothing but like, wow, I can't believe this is happening. And it's unexpected. It's just an unexpected thing, but also being in the position of, I guess he would be the defendant, or I'm not sure.
Yeah, he would be the defendant.
Mm-hmm. Being in the position of the defendant, a lot of times the judges don't give them a lot of leniency.
No.
And they just, they want to throw the book at you and they want to make an example out of you and make you feel lesser than what you are.
Here's my issue with judges in general, right? These are people that they have the ability to go outside of the law. So let's say now they will have maximums and they have minimums, but their minimums aren't really minimums. Their maximums are maximums. Okay. So when they throw the book at you, he's supposed to get 20 years and the maximum the law says he can get is 20 years. You normally don't get 20 years. If you get the book thrown at you, you're going to get 20 years. Right. But the minimum, let's say that the minimum is 1 year, right? You can get 3 months in jail, 3 months in a mental facility or like a rehab, and then 6 months on house arrest, something like that. Mm-hmm. So they can give you the year, but they can break it up and they can make it, you know, or they can give you additional credit for time that you were in jail. Like, there's a lot they can do on the bottom side to provide leniency, stuff like that, right? But judges, they don't really focus on that. They just it's a job to them.
So there's no emotions involved to like care about the case.
How I mean, like, I'm not saying all of them, but but how can you bring emotions into every single one of these cases? This is what you do. And they've been a prosecutor at some point. They've been law school, like they've been doing this for 10, 20 years. That's how they became a judge.
Yeah.
How can you be emotional when doing that job?
Yeah.
Right? Your heart is going to be like, I feel bad for this person. You can't do your job properly. Right? So the reason that, yes, I'm biased is because I don't think that they don't truly realize, and they can never truly realize unless they've ever been through it, right? What their
decisions or
what their decisions do. Now, if you have somebody who is a extremely violent offender, right? I'm not talking about these people, right? Someone murders somebody, you know, you hit somebody with a car, you know, violent offenders. I'm not talking about them, you know, and I'm not talking about people that have mental issues and such and such and such, right? I'm talking about just people that are sober and making violent decisions. They rob somebody and they hit them with a gun, and they were sober, right? I'm not talking about these type of people, but for all the other things, right? You're homeless and you get picked up for robbery, or not. Let's say not robbery, for theft. So robbery is I'm stealing from you, or I'm breaking in and or armed robbery. Theft would be I go into Best Buy and let's say I stole I stole something, a charging cable,
a flower,
or something.
Like, nigga, you steal roses?
Worth enough money so I can, let's say that I'm homeless and I got to steal money to try to pawn it so I can make money, right? Things like that, they're taken into consideration, but they're not, you know, like, because you start getting too many of them and the law says, well, it doesn't matter. You have to get more and more time, right? But when
they don't look at the reason why you're doing it, they're just looking at what you're doing.
Correct. Now, of course, it is the job of your lawyer to say this is the reason, but it doesn't really factor in unless you're going before a jury, which then the jury decides. But for something like that, $500 theft, no one's going to get a jury. You're going to plead. You do what's called pleading out, which means the state or the, you know, is going to say, well, we want 3 months in jail for the $1,000 theft, and then your lawyer, the defendant, would say, no, let's just do 30 days probation, right? And then you come to a consensus and say, well, no, let's do this. Let's do 30 days in jail and then 6 months probation, and then we'll just agree to disagree, right? Will you accept that? And then that's when you plead out. You say, I'll accept that, right? And there's still not even a good deal when you do that, but it's not you fighting back, and you just are guilty or no contest.
So you're okay with him attacking the judge? Or you're just like, it is what it is. You have no You're like the judge in this case. You have no emotions attached to this.
Bro, I don't think that violence in and of itself is good. I mean, I don't know if she was hurt.
Oh, based on that video. Hey, but she did come to work the next day.
Yo, they got on him fast.
Yeah, he didn't. If he when you jump over, like, and you get on her, I mean, you may have got hit once or twice, but you know what I mean? She's
not with any real force.
Yeah, like, you know, because he gets on her, he fell on her, but from then it's just you're tussling. It's not like you're boxing. So
I mean, she was probably like this the entire time.
I mean, I put it like this, man. I don't know the situation. I don't know why he was there. I don't know. You know, I'm biased, but I think it's hilarious. I don't personally feel bad for her, and I'm sure that there are plenty of times where she overdid it. She came to work. Maybe she was on her fucking period, and she was having a bad day. And she just decided to give somebody an extra 5 years or an extra 3 years or an extra 1 year on top of a sentence just because she was having a bad day. And it's just like, you don't realize what a year or a year and a half does to someone's life.
6 months. 3 months will ruin your life.
I mean, like, you're talking about, like, when the stuff happens, you can have all this stuff in order. Your whole life is in order. It's happened to me, right? You have a car, you have your family, you have credit cards, like, you have a job, and then they pluck you. And then life still goes on. And then what happens with everything else?
Yeah.
Right? Now your car is repoed, your credit, all of your bills go behind. Now they close your cards, and now all this stuff happens.
That makes sense because Andrew Tate, he was even speaking about while he was in prison or locked up, he was more worried about his family and people that he took care of financially because he's not actively there to help them. He wasn't even worried about himself,
right?
Because things are still moving.
And I can understand, and I can understand that. And I would hope that he had money, you know, maybe to other people or whatever.
I think he had friends that would make sure.
Yeah, I mean, like Andrew Tate's already influential, so like Justin Waller, you know what I mean? These guys have they're friends. Like, bro, I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'm sure Justin probably would have made sure.
Like, nah, man, I'll make your families okay.
I mean, that's probably how they're able to make like purchases because they're still banned on like Airbnb and all this stuff.
Yeah,
but they're still
not that they've been.
Well, I think that he got.
Cards.
I don't know, but the last thing I heard, I was watching a live. And he was like, "Yeah, we're waiting for the judge to make a decision today on if we get our cars back." And you know,
well, that part I think they were able to get back or so.
Did they get their money back?
But that part, I don't think is in control of like the judge because that stuff is by the powers that be. Like they can't, they can't be on social media.
They can't be on social media.
Yeah, the only thing they can have is Twitter. Like they can't have Facebook. They can't have. It's just sort of like
who like this is what I'm saying. Like
not by the judge, but by the powers that be that just cut them off from everything.
He's saying that the elite
are saying
you can't have access to money. Like he's getting payments either through crypto or having other people that within his clan support him.
I got you.
So
yeah.
But did y'all also see the picture that they showed of the guy now, like after that? Like, cause he had to go back to court.
I thought they gave him the same judge, right?
Yeah, he went to the same judge, and they got him like this, but they have like a bunch of like police officers around him.
Yeah,
and they have his hands like
he should be locked. He should
covered, hands covered up, and like he's like shackled and chained and stuff like that. And there were some people just like, I don't like the optics of this.
Yeah, he looks like a slave. Like he's But this is if a lot of people saw these things and knew, they would be like, this is crazy. Bro, I saw so much stuff and I'm just like, bro, the way that they treat you, you're not human.
Yeah.
Well, you're not. And, look, man, at the end of the day, this is a system that we allow them to do this stuff to us.
That's because no one knows about it.
No one knows.
They don't know.
Understands. I get it. But also, unfortunately, that doesn't mean it's not our responsibility. So, a lot of people don't know you can actually settle out of court for virtually anything that's like non-violent. You didn't kill somebody. You can settle. I mean, I think even on murder cases you can settle actually.
Financially.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's high level stuff nobody knows about. Like it's stuff no one knows about. You don't even know to ask the judge, how much can we settle this for?
That probably would make sense if like people that in like celebrity world or who are in the upper echelon when it comes to finances in the world that they don't get charged.
They just settle. Yeah.
Wow. So everything has a price to it.
Everything has a price. Because look, man, this is not about justice. You know that.
Yeah.
It just has, because if this was about justice, if this was about helping people, keeping us safe, all those things that people think it's about, then when you have the guy who's homeless that stole so he could feed himself, they would say, okay, you did a bad thing. Cool. We understand that there's a punishment for that. However, here's some resources for you to get out of your circumstance and get you back on your feet. Duh.
They're not looking to help.
And they say that, we got, there's resources. Them resources are bullshit.
Right. Well, let's be honest. They're not anything that's going to help anybody genuinely because these people need holistic help. Like, it's not even just an apartment because they're going to still do the drugs. They're addicted to the drugs. They have to go through rehabilitation. They need to have mental evaluations. They need to start eating clean, good food. They need to be educated about, water and things that are going to help get their mind crisp so that they can function and get back on their feet. They're not doing any of that. So
This guy, he was already, because he comes from a foster home.
there you go. That says a lot right there.
Right. And I guess because I think his foster mother or foster parents was saying another reason why he was probably this upset is because he was just getting things back on track as far as like improving and getting better.
Yep.
You know, he got his own apartment and he realized that he has mental health issues and that he's taking the steps necessary in order to, you know, counteract those mental health issues. And he has he's schizophrenic, which is, you know, something that my brother has, you know, and so you have to set up situations where you're able to combat that. And he was just getting to that point, and then the judge reacting that way. And so you can kind of understand the reason why he would probably.
What did he do? Do you know what he did?
Yes. Prior to that, these were his charges prior to the judge. He was, I think it was battery of a protected person, battery of an officer, battery of a prisoner, intimidating a public officer.
Oh no, I'm talking about what he originally even got charged with to be in the situation
Because
to get
that's
these.
all with the
Yeah. Battery of protected person, just the judge. Public office, that's judge. Battery of a prisoner, officer.
Let's see. I'll see if I can look up the prior.
Because you know they're gonna hit you with every single.
Oh my God, he's
charge they
cooked. Like, yeah. You attack a judge, like, bro, you can't. A public official, protected person, those. But he did it because whatever he realized, I'm already fucked. Like he was like, I'm already screwed.
He gets up to 4 years in prison, and now they're saying he's facing attempted murder charges now.
For that?
That's
that's them just.
That's them.
Yeah.
I gotta find his name.
That's them doing what they do. So, interestingly enough, you know, we think that the judges and the lawyers are two separate entities. They're all the same.
They're all the same. They all hang out together. They after the court, whatever, they'll go out to lunch. And the judge, the lawyers, the prosecutor, they're all the same.
So your lawyer that's supposed to be defending you is having lunch with the judge and the prosecutor. Like,
yeah,
it's like, no, it's 3 against 1.
Yeah,
that's how it actually is set up.
And it's just like, well, how can we? Well, we know what we need to get out of this. How can we what can we come up with so everybody wins?
Right.
And everyone can be we all three can be happy.
Right. We all three.
We don't care what, you know, hey, listen, when you get him to plead guilty to 10 years, he was originally looking at 4. Now he's getting 10. And it's just like when you say, like, people don't like it's really hard to grasp, but when you say these numbers, when you live it, it's like, bro, that's someone's life.
It's kind of hard to find
in
his
this moment
prior charges, but I did remember them. They were all based around
his
attacks.
Okay.
His mental disorder.
Yeah. So he was looking at some years anyway then.
Well, maybe I think a year, because he was on probation prior to that.
Oh, he was only looking at
a year. So he broke his probation.
Yeah.
And then he got back, which means
which is more time.
More time.
Yeah.
Because when you're on probation, you get in trouble. You get more time.
But it's like, but why are you keep punishing this man and you know he's mentally ill?
The best situation, or the best thing to do in those situations, was to get him some actual help.
Get him help, like
instead of punishing him for the things that he can't control.
Well, that's my point. Like, it doesn't make sense logically. So clearly, they're not trying to help you. They're just trying to take advantage of you. Period.
Just punish you. That's it.
Like, I haven't seen anything because a lot of people they were upset about those optics. That little slavery thing. I was just like, bruh, dude.